Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to go over the champion point updates and take a look at them for game update 39 on the PT or 30 on the PTS, the Blackwood chapter. So we'll go ahead and take a look at the green tree first and the changes that are involved with them. So I think start off with this one, the Gilded Fingers, again increases your gold gain by 2% for each stage. There's 5 stages, so 10% gold increase. Fortune's Favor increases the amount of gold you find in treasure boxes and safes by 10%. Again, 5 stages, 50%. You get 75 points into the Way Shrine usage. Reduce the cost by 50%. Your fall damage, reduce fall damage by 7% per stage. And there are 5 of them, so you're looking at 35% reduction. And Resurrect, 33% chance not to use a soul gem. So most of the stuff I don't think has changed much. The crafting, if you put 45 into the inspiration boost, you get 30%. The weapon enchantment, so putting 50 points in there gives you a 50% chance to not consume a charge when activated per stage. So as it sits on live right now, it has a 100% chance to not deteriorate. Now you just gain an extra 50% chance not to use a charge. So under the Treasure Hunter, increases the quality of items. Again, extraction. Most of these stayed the same. So the ones that really take effect are the weapon enchantments. That's the big one that is hitting a lot of people. And then we're going to go over to the next champion tree. This is where they talked about the vertical progression versus the horizontal progression. So we're going to take a look at this and go through some of this stuff. So usually start out right here under max stamina and max magicka. Those are the first two you usually add points into. It grants 260 max magicka and max stamina per stage. But there's only 2 stages. So you're only getting 520 max stamina and max magicka. Whereas before we were getting around 1100, 1200 max of each. Now you're only getting 520. So that's kind of a little bit of a nerf to your overall stats. Under the resistances, this has been reduced as well to 20 points each. Each of them have 2 stages, and it's basically 1% per stage for a total of 2% for reduce the damage taken from martial attacks, increase your healing taken, and your magical attacks. And then 5% per stage, reduce your PvE damage that you take. So 10% total reduction there. 50 points will get you into the critical resistance, which will increase your crit risk by 660, which I believe is 10%. So there's that. Also, we'll continue moving down here. The area of effect, 10% total damage reduction, 10% damage reduction on single targets. You're gonna have a 10% reduction as well for damage over times. You still got the 1900 resist there. Still gonna cost 50 points for all this stuff. And these are your slottables. So if you come over to your healing tree, right now all of these are slotables except for this one, Blessed. Increase your healing done by 1%. Again, there's 2 stages. That's going to be 2% healing done. You can come down here and add some points here from the brink. We max this out. We're going to look at a 1,100 damage shield if you heal an ally or yourself under 25%. Again, one can happen once every 30 seconds. And then we'll come over here, Enlivening Overflow. Put it in there. You're going to get 110% bonus to your maximum magic and recoveries if you overheal. Open Fusion, healing yourself or an ally under 50%. Grants them minor heroism for 1 second. So the current bonus is 5 seconds. Don't think it changes. So Salva Renewal, whenever you remove harmful effects, you heal them. You can get a 6,400 AoE health heal once every 10 seconds if you remove a harmful effect from an ally, basically a purge. So that'll be nice for healers to have. Still gonna spend 5 different stages here for your healers. You're gonna basically max out on 10% for each of the healing duns, single target, AoE, and heal over times. So you're gonna grant weapon and spell damage to your healing abilities. So let's put 10 in here so we can move on up. And you can max out at 165 weapon and spell damage. So these two are pretty much the same as well. So moving on to the damage area. You're still only going to have 2 stages, so you're 320 total crit chance here. You're going to get 10% to your critical damage and critical healing. 15% for your flanking critical damage. Whenever you kill an enemy, you're going to have 2,000 damage. So at the max, you're going to have 4,000 Oblivion damage. Your weapon and spell damage is going to be increased by 165 for your damaging abilities as well. And again, when you deal direct damage, you heal for 7% of the damage done. Into the combat here. Again, these all only have 2 stages. So 700 pen max. 60% increase to apply status effects for martial attacks. 100 weapon and spell damage to martial attacks that affects your physical, poison, disease, bleed damages. Increase the chance to apply magical status effect by 60% as well. And again, you'll have 100 weapon and spell damage on this as well. Your expert, your light and heavy attacks do 3% more damage. So it's going to be 50% more damage when it's all maxed out. But it's one you have to activate on your bar. Your 3 passives over here. This is where you'll be able to get the max magicka and max stamina back. So basically 26 per stage. You can get an extra 1,300 max of magicka and stamina over here. Compared to here when we had it here as well. So you get 520 passively and you have to spec for more of the higher numbers by adding it to your champion bar. And then again, same thing, increase your weapon and spell damage by 3% per stage. You put 50 in there, you get 150 weapon and spell damage. Up here, you're still going to get the damage over time, or area of effect. Damage over time, direct damage. All of it's still going to be 10% damage. Because you have 5 stages at 2% per stage. So, under your red tree, start off with 40% cost reduction to sprint. Increase your movement speed by 4%. When sprinting, that's 16 there. Again, you're only getting 560 for your max health as well. These are what you will get whenever you kill an enemy. So you get 1500 stamina, 1500 magicka. For each of these, you'll be able to whenever you kill an enemy, but you have to get the killing blow. The ultimate regen is the same. You get 10% cost reduction in damage shield cost and 15% effectiveness. And then again, you'll have 160 less stamina per stage whenever you dodge roll, for a max of 800 less stamina. Increase your stealth detection by 1 meter. So you have 3 meters, 3 stages. This one is 10% more resources. This is a 33% increased res time. Status effects. Your core combat cost 5% less stage. So if you are... so your core combat's blocking, dodging, rolling, all that stuff. 25% cost reduction whenever you have a status effect on you. You get 25% reduction in the duration of elemental status effects applied to you. You reduce the cost of your roll dodge by 120 stamina per stage. 2 stages, 240 cost reduction. Well, this one here, reduce the cost of sprint by 50 per stage. So there's 5 stages, so there's going to be 250 stamina. Still, the break free is going to be at 220 total. And you're going to have 10% cost reduction, or less damage per stage. While crowd controlled, 15% of immunity. Duration per stage. Your health and magicka recovery is by 40, so you're going to have basically 200 health and magicka recovery when you are immune. Come over here. Still, again, you're only getting 4% block mitigation. That's a big change. Reduce the cost of block by 20%, or 20 stamina per stage, so 40 there. You get a 6% movement speed while bracing. And reduce the cost of bash by 45 per stage, so a total of 90. Under crowd control immunity, increase the amount of damage you can block per stage, so this is going to be 10%. And your bash is increased by 120 there. You're still getting the 150 regen recovery. The armor's going to stay the same as well. Get 1731 armor, but it's a slottable as well. And the max health, you get 1400 per point per stage that you put in there. But again, that is a slottable. So all in all, with this patch, as it stands right now, unless they decide to change it, you're going to see people's builds lose some overall health and some overall max stats because of the warfare passive, in which they reduced the overall max stamina and magicka that you gain passively. Now you're going to have to build into it how you want it to be. And then also with the reduction in max health, you're going to have to build for that health. Whereas on live right now, people are running around with 25k health as a stamina mag DPS. I think you're going to see it fall back more in line with what we were seeing pre-Flames of Ambition. Well, that concludes today's video. Hopefully you found this informative and enjoyable. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe on YouTube, and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch. The link in the descriptions are below. If you'd like to ask any questions in real time, feel free to stop by my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/MC_GI Joe. I stream Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Feel free to stop by, say hi. Have fun, stay safe, and remember, wherever you go, adventure awaits.